Major Dvnce presents to you Heart of the World. This prolific album is both inspiring and uplifting. It captures the pain and joy of the people while advocating for rights and justice with tracks like Your Pain, No Mining, Warning, and title track Heart of the World. Play your music by purchasing or streaming the Heart of the World album on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all digital platforms. Heart of the World by Major Dvnce, produced by Jam Music Enterprise and Stereotype Studio.
Bless up ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Isabel Rose, and in this one, 9-year-old girl found dead in barrel, as well as heavy police presence escorts flight out of Jamaica, alleged to be CIA personnel on board. Or should I ask, who was aboard that flight? And we seen our Jamaican dollar depreciated to $160.18 to $1 US. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now, in this first segment, news circulating in mainstream media where police have launched a manhunt for a man connected with the murder of a 9-year-old girl who was partially nude on discovery inside a barrel at her home in Spanish Town last night. The deceased has been identified as Kelsey Cassidy Ferragon, who was a student of the St. John's Primary School and resident of Job Lane in Spanish Town. It is also said that a 39-year-old Giovanni Ellis, whom is the suspected perpetrator of this gruesome graping and dirting of this 9-year-old little girl. And oftentimes we seen persons coming out saying that the human rights group are not vocal in incidents such as these. And I want to make it clear that when residents speak up, you too are playing a human rights part. On a need for push out this suspect, on a need for push out the predators them, on a need for push out the pedophiles them amongst who are in the communities, harming, graping, and dirting our little girls and our little boys. You too have to play your part. Don't sit and wait for a human rights group to come out on these matters. We all are human rights. When we speak up and we know things, when we see inhumane acts such as these happening to our innocent children, happening to innocent people, we must speak up. I too recently lost a cousin through gun violence. And too often times, as I hear other bloggers saying, we are silent. The people who knows and sees these things happening in front of them are far too silent until it reaches their doorstep. We have to be vocal. We have to come out and stand in unity in coming against these inhumane acts. A little baby girl of 9 years old, this suspect is 39 years old. Uno need to push them out of the community. Uno living in the community amongst them. Don't sit and wait for a human rights group to come out. Uno play for no human rights part. A baby girl didn't have to lose her life like this in the wee hours of the night by a grown, greyback, tough-toned man. This is not right at all. We need the perpetrators to be caught and caught right now. Justice for this little baby girl who goes by the name of Kelsey. And my message to the parents, you have to be vigilant. We're in Child's Month. Don't allow any grown tough adult to say, especially men, to say that them are only look a young little girl pick their friend and best friend, and them are them husband. Them little things that get my brain jiggy, get my spirit upset, get my spirit riled up. No big man, no fear say them are no little girl of them age group there. A best friend and husband and wife. I have a little 7-year-old daughter. And every time I see things like these, I have to then think of her being in certain situations. And I couldn't live with myself to allow a big, grey, tough-toned man to ill-treat and to hurt my little girl like this. I will walk the ends of the earth in order to get justice. Justice for this family. Justice for this little girl. Moving right along. Now I have some information here where during the course of last week, a flight came into the Norman Manley International Airport and same was escorted via heavy police presence. Now I'm going to say the amount of police vehicle that was heading in the direction of the airport. And to this time we are unsure of who was aboard that flight. We are not sure if it was any admiral from any other country. We are not sure if it was CIA personnel. We are not sure if there was any other military personnel aboard that flight. But I am about to show you this footage with heavy police presence rushing towards the airport to escort this flight out of the country. What was the purpose and the mission of this flight coming into our island of Jamaica? These are the things that the powers that be keeps secret and keeps away from the Jamaican people. What says you about this? Drop on the comments in the comment section. Let me hear what I say. Now, last but not least, we've seen our money depreciating now. $1 is valuing 160.18 Jamaican dollars. And when we say that this economy is stagnant and we say that the economy is in a recession, the powers that be, this government fails to accept same. When we're seeing the business community coming out saying that this is the worst that they've ever seen, when we're seeing a big economist like Ralston Hyman coming out letting us know that Jamaica has been on this trajectory to no growth, to going into a recession, we hear say him attack from a PNP perspective and they fail still to acknowledge the truth. They cannot dispute the numbers. They cannot dispute what he has been saying all along. And this was the very same government when they were in opposition, campaigning to gain leadership over our country, stated that we are not going to stand and watch the dollar go past 120 to $1. We have the answer to halt the slide. Now the answer that they have been using is to pump in how much billion US dollars to save the dollar, and he still couldn't save it from going up to 160. We've seen them pumping how much billion, 90 billion in few weeks ago. They pump 1.1 billion US just last year alone, and the year before they pumped 900 and odd million US to save the dollar. So they have basically pumped how much billion to save the dollar, and them still couldn't stop it from sliding.
I would say what KD Knight said about Bruce Golding is pathologically mendacious.
So when them come out and say the economy is strong and we are still, do you know that the US dollar do have its true value?
I know. Yes.
Because the US dollar made about 250 to 1 now. Because if the Bank of Jamaica continue to put in this kind of money to keep it at 159, 160, the true value of the US dollar is not strong now.
Last year, 2024, and this is the figure from the Bank of Jamaica. The Jamaican bank or the Jamaican government spent 1.1 billion US dollars. That's 161 billion Jamaican dollars to defend our dollar against the US dollar.
So
2023, hold on, 2023, we spent about 900 million defending the Jamaican dollar against the US. Tell the Prime Minister to come and say that's a lie.
ABR family and viewers, do we need to see any more from this government to know that time come and time really come now? Do we need to see any more playing out in our eyes of the reality on the ground? Let alone having this government coming out spewing all kind of lies to win this election. Do we need to see more that they don't and should never ever get a third term in our country? I want to hear from the ABR family. Drop on the 2 cents in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 30k and beyond. Help me to get there. Like up the videos. Get this video to at least 7,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.